Flat Earthers versus Scientists. Can we trust science? Well, before even watching it, I'm going to go ahead and answer that. Yes. If there's one thing in the world you can trust, it's probably going to be science. The fucking hot dog man or flat earthers probably aren't the most reliable source of shit you can trust, I would say. That's like trusting the guy who sells you laced weed behind the dumpster to trust him with your finances. Alright, now I'm ready for action. Let's see if we can truly trust science. It's been a question on my mind for a long time. I'd always debate who's more reliable, a flat earther who's sniffing their own farts
Hey guys, puzzle piece,
and shitting in their diaper, or science.
and one of those pieces just wasn't fit.
And it's really a toss-up.
I'm always open to
who? Who went through their whole life hollow, knowing that they've been lied to, that the world is not a globe and a piece of them has been missing, and that's why they're still a virgin at 40 years old?
I'd like to tear them to pieces.
That looks like a flat earther. Part-time biker, full-time alcoholic abusive father. Definite flat earther.
My name is Dan Glatman. I work as Dan the Waterman in the drinking water filtration.
Was created by a higher power.
Dan the Waterman doesn't believe in God?
Well, I've been
He must have seen Rick and Morty while cleaning a pool. I'm all for religion and belief.
the scriptures in the Bible that
Believing what you want to believe, I think it's very important to
point to a flat earth.
find your own answers, but why use
this
books
notion that
like
you
the
need
Bible
God
as a source of irrefutable evidence?
My name is Wendell. I am a
That's such a
logical,
sensitive name,
biblically based,
Wendell.
and scientific flat earth.
Kind of guy that cries when he jerks off because he feels like he's
disrespecting
disrespecting the actresses with his
I had a lot
sin.
of questions. An observation at Salton Sea, and things just didn't add up down there. So we've gone back probably a dozen times.
Well, you can't argue with the
Guarantee
facts, I guess.
that There is no
I looked at the
solution.
water once and, well, it wasn't falling off the side of the planet, so there's no way it's curved.
Discussion groups, panels, we've gone against opposition.
I have a
Opposed
sneaking
ourselves.
suspicion
They say
Well,
in 14
you
of the
should, you
documents.
should read.
all three of these are
Surprisingly
anti-vaxxers
enough,
as well.
Read what NASA says, and you should listen. Earth is its own worst enemy. To what
I
NASA
would
says.
love to see.
I would also love to see that. In fact, I'm sorry, Wendell, to step on your toes over there, because I know you're a cornucopia of great information and calorie crusading, but I have to know. Is there actual documents from NASA saying the Earth is flat?
I'm what you call a globe denier.
So an idiot. A
You can
fucking
even get me
idiot.
into a virtual
A limp-dicked
construct if I
loser.
can't find the
All synonymous
orders
with
myself.
globe denier.
Would find it to be an ice plane where we have a localized sun and our environment thrives there. You know, these
I too like
particular
science
people
fiction.
Have missed for me.
When he says
Let us on alternative
alternative media, he's not even talking about alternative
media is that's just a thing of beauty.
media. He watches 4 subscriber YouTubers that are on the run for drug possession charges and child molestation who talk about flat Earth, and then he goes and raves about that video on his anti-vax Facebook groups.
And they're fine mind because my mind isn't set. NASA is solely designed to change my mind.
Which it would if you'd read anything from them.
Has been a television program.
Foundation for why I believe the Earth is flat. And I
Well, it
think
is,
wrong.
right?
I have evidence that proves it's flat.
Shelby, show us.
What
Curvature, I
We're
just-
being misled. We're being deliberately misled.
that's not
by
evidence.
mainstream
So what's
media.
your evidence? You're
We see
thinking?
too far. I can see San Clemente Island. Too far. We should
That's not
be able to
evidence.
see 60 miles away.
I wake up
I live in Dana Point.
Okay.
in the morning and I can see the sun.
I'm on the beach.
It's the evidence. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
By gobs of science.
It's gotta suck being a scientist in 2019. There was like a golden age of science in like a...
What is the question?
I don't understand.
Man, it almost goes far back as like maybe the 70s to 90s.
Anything is possible.
Scientists were like
I mean,
revered,
anything
but
is
now
possible.
there's like these fucking
I've got a-
limp-dicked
got a tremendous
lunatics
issue with
and
consensus
dusty,
of truth.
cootered old
I've been
soccer
spending a
moms that
lot
all of a sudden
time
think science is
arguing
evil.
with people that argue the
Just for a second. You're never going to get 100% of anyone. There is science.
Except when you're talking about globe Earth. That's 100%. That's wrong.
Theory.
And if you do, then that's
scientific consensus on
a scientist that should not be in that profession. You'd be hard-pressed to find a scientist saying...
Extreme access to media. and limited exposure. Until we're in university curriculums, we will continue to appear uneducated.
Well, that's not
What
true.
are the odds of that, Dan the
History of
Waterman?
science, we
The
have
dude who
many
pisses into the filtration systems of
idea
homeowners' pools and
was not
rants
brought
about
by the society.
flat earth and
Einstein
sheeps
was
that
not.
believe it's a globe?
Galileo
It's weird that you'd seem uneducated
But
in a
if you look
university
at
situation.
Authentic one, closer and closer. Never get. Never. That's true for you. No, that's a science.
Jesus, Wendell.
Many billions of people do not believe, like myself. And then 4 billion.
You say that we
So what? So who's right?
should
Checkmate, Wendell wins
Of course I can. So
again, baby. The 40-year-old virgin has come with the gloves off and the condom on today.
No, you're not. You're making assumptions. Okay.
We do make assumptions.
God, it's gotta suck arguing with people with the mentality of an 8-year-old.
Proven.
If gravity
We
is
don't
an
have to-
assumption, you should
Oh,
be in
God.
the scientific method how you isolate gravity.
She doesn't believe in gravity.
It's the same thing. I have never seen one flat earther
I kind
use
of
math
feel
to
like
prove their
I
point.
want
You're
to
wrong, actually.
develop
There's
some of this
a,
stuff a little bit
on
more
a serious
to
note, there's a
high
Flat
level,
Earth
but I feel like
documentary where they
so
did
much
use
of it I
math
haven't really
and immediately proved themselves wrong at the end of it, so appreciate it. What the fuck? Didn't the three of you all just use your own source? NASA to prove the Earth is
They have individual,
flat.
obviously any organization.
So you don't even trust.
That's absolutely not
true,
true.
Jim. I wouldn't lie to you.
And the other,
NASA's lying to you, my friend.
If there is one person you can trust, it is Dan the Waterman.
retro.
Perpetuate this massive fraud. Why would they?
Mind control, Spencer,
the benefit of doing
Okay, the benefit of it.
and make our dicks smaller.
$2 a day. Follow the money.
No, the little
Follow
guy.
the
Yep.
money.
The little guy.
That's what then when you
Hear the reasonable voice and say, "Yeah, that makes more sense than having this pizza.
I mean, Spencer, you can argue all day, but Shelby came at you with some concrete shit saying, we see too far. What does science have, huh? How far does science see? You know what I mean, Spencer? Checkmate.
where you're
Menopause has not been kind to you, has it, Shelby?
used to
Thanks for the
agree
resub,
to.
Ruthless. Shelby.
Look, anybody who
So I completely understand.
can overturn Einstein or some major theory is going to be eventually written in the halls of
Yeah.
science for the rest of their
And it
lives.
could be
But they
Dan
have
the
to come up
Waterman.
with the goods. They have to show good science-based evidence.
Wait until you see the drawing he did on a
And they
napkin,
have to
Spencer.
withstand
It once and for all proves that not only is the Earth flat, but men that are above 5'6" are
scientific
fake.
method.
All right.